Hello, my wonderful people. The Biafrans in the house, so we have a situation at hand. In fact, I don't want to make it look like I'm the one that is asserting all this because most of people comment on my comment section and say that this one I'm the one that do this like that. So I don't want that in this broadcast. I want us to reason with this matter. Nnamdi Kanu, Ipob's lawyer, cries out alleged death threat on himself and family. This man is crying out from the Ebonyi State, Abakaliki precisely, that over 2 or 3 years ago, this man, they nearly killed him simply because he was among the lawyers defending the Ipob leader. The question now is because there's somebody who told me something some time ago that if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu happens to be from Anambra State or from Imo State, that his case would have been solved. Then I ask myself, does it mean that even in that southeastern region we also marginalize our own self? That we also do racist? We also do it, you are not from my state kind of a thing? Because they cannot tell me that somebody from Ebonyi State, Abakaliki precisely, that is where he based with his wife, there has been a threat to his life from the government, the then government, the government of Dave Umahi, which I know that one is a strong disbeliever of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and what Ipob represents because of his APC. And another one is the second APC is Hope Uzo Danger. That one is also is no-go area when it comes to the issue of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You see, that is why when I told people that this man gathering people that he want to know their next move so that he will know what to tell his paymasters who brought him there. Because a Supreme Court governor and the governor that truly people voted for can never be the same. This man called Hope Uzo Danger have been promised, if you can be able to do what? To kill your people, we will give you this seat through the Supreme Court. And he agreed to that. And that is why people keep dying. And they have to perpetrate this act through the help of Alfred Okubo, the 70-year-old man, which nobody knew, not until he came out and confessed with his own mouth. And since then, till today, nobody has said anything about it. Nobody has ever coughed. Nobody has said, oh, so Alfred Okubo is the one that's killing my brothers and sisters in Imo State. The lives of Hakim, what do they call him? This one, Inyedioha. I'm calling the former governors of Imo State. What do they call this one again? Rochas Okorawasa. All of these people knew what is happening in our own state. Yet, nobody cares to say anything. Now, the lawyer of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is crying out on top of his voice over the threat to his life. Anyway, well, I don't want to say too much. Despite the fact I have said too much already. But I don't want to go deep. I want us to hear from the horse's mouth. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment as you are watching this video. Please, make sure this video go viral. You get why. Let us go there, my people. Barrister Cyril Eno Ora Ogu, a lawyer representing the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, and its embattled leader in detention, Nnamdi Kanu, has alleged he is being threatened with death by the Ebonyi State government, the Nigerian police force, and other security agencies. So, Biafrans, I beg, I plead, on Rubewan Naya Abanoso. This call for what? A concern, a serious concern over what this man is tabling. To the extent that this man and his wife, even his father, have given up the ghost when the threat to the life of his son is getting too much. The man kicked the bucket. Now this man and his wife is hiding for the fear of being murdered or mobbed by the government of the people by the people, with the people. The same people doing us. Nigerians learned that the legal practitioner based in Abakaliki, the Ebonyi State capital, disclosed this in a written letter addressed to Kanu's special counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. In the letter, reportedly dated April 4th, that is when the letter was issued, 2023, entitled Request for Urgent Intervention to Save My Soul, Oraugu said he had been in hiding with his family for almost 2 good years since 2021, and his life has been under serious threat. In a report on Sunday, Sahara reporters quoted Orugu as saying that there had been several threats and attempts on his life and family by the Ebonyi State government, Nigeria police, and the other state agencies. According to him, he and his wife were incarcerated, which caused his wife to have a miscarriage, while his father died as he could not bear the trauma of the threats and assassination attempts. The said letter reads, "I am Cyril Eno Orugu Esquire, a legal practitioner based in Abakaliki in the law firm of Chief Kanu B. Okpaleke of the blessed memory, and I write you that after I was attacked by the Nigerian Joint Security Force in 2019 along Oguzro Onyewa Primary School, Ubodo, in Ebonyi State local government area, Ebonyi State, with my vehicle raided with live bullets beyond repair, and was arrested and incarcerated at the then FSARS custody Abakaliki Police Command alongside my wife, which resulted in my wife losing her 3 months pregnancy through what they call miscarriage, and my being hospitalized for 2 months upon my eventual release from the said incarceration. My life has been under serious threat since then till date, despite several unsuccessful attempts that they made to eliminate me while I was in the hospital. My father could not stand the trauma of the attacks and all deadly threats meted out to me in this regard, and consequently gave up the ghost on 4th August 2020 due to high blood pressure. Further to the foregoing, after receiving a deadly threat from the men of the Nigerian police force, particularly from the SWAT department Abakaliki in 2021, which said threat took place inside the Ebonyi State High Court premises, Abakaliki, wherein the said police officer threatened to shoot me if I did not stop appearing as counsel in the Ipob cases. I was doing them, coupled also with the several threats and sometimes attempts to indulge me by the Ebonyi State government through the instrumentalities of Ebonyi State chairman of Okada Riders Association and others, from whom I heard that the governor said he would deal with me if I don't remove my hand from the said Ipob cases. My house at Abakaliki capital city was raided with live bullets by the men of the Nigerian Joint Security Operatives, including the then Ebubago security outfit. When I ignored the said threats, how I escaped the attack on my house is still a mystery, a date, because many people still believe that I died. My raided house is still under serious surveillance, including my law firm, Chief Kanu B. Okpaleke and Co. In search of me, this forced me into hiding with my family, as none of my family members were safe any longer, including my humble self. For the past 22 months, that is 1 year and 10 months, I have been in hiding. However, my younger brother, David Orugu, age 17, was tracked and abducted at Presco campus in February this year, where he was in a lecture hall and was dehumanized, incarcerated, and detained for over 2 days. Many allegations were cooked up against him by the police, but when they discovered that he was underage, he was then compelled through torture to lead them to my hideout, which worked out. The officers were led to my said hideout, but fortunately for me, I was not around when they came on 8/2/2023 at about 04 hours. But the officers saw my immediate younger brother, Solomon Orugu, and apprehended him. My younger brother has, since 8 February 2023, been kept in police custody up till now without trial. Sir, as it stands today, I have escaped several assassination attempts on my life and still counting, as I am even writing from my hiding place right now. Consequently, I am homeless with my family. I have remained in hiding with my family for almost 2 years now. Assuming these men were looking for me for arrest for my having committed any crime known to the law, I would have horribly submitted myself to them because, to the best of my knowledge, I have committed no crime by doing my job as a lawyer. But their mission is to terminate my life secretly. I humbly crave your official indulgence to intervene and spare my life and save my family. I beg to remain, according to somebody or Orugu. 2 people was killed, and as gunmen kidnap a popular Anambra witch doctor. The witch doctor who give people protection that cannot protect himself. Is that one a witch doctor? This life no balance. A witch doctor who cook okite, arobarago, odeshi, abagala bullet or bars our back. Yet he couldn't provide or protect his own bodyguards. Is that one a native doctor? It's all right. The Nigerian Police Force, Anambra State Command, has confirmed the abduction of a popular Anambra State-based witch doctor, Akwakoko Tiwaraki. In a task statement on Monday morning, the State Command Police spokesperson, DSP Tochukwu Ikenga, said the witch doctor was kidnapped around 11:30 p.m. last night. CP Aderemi Adoye has ordered that operatives go after his abductors and ensure his release. Daily Post quoted Ikenga saying, Nigerians learned that Akwakoko, an indigenous of Idemili North local government area of the state, was beat away from his hotel in the Oba community last night. Daily Post quoted a source as saying that Akwakoko, who is regarded to be among the strongest witch doctors in Anambra, was kidnapped with so much ease in his Triple O hotel. With ease. You see how they put it? With ease. And 2 of his personal security guards were shot dead during the kidnap. Akwakoko Tiwaraki Oba has been kidnapped last night in his Triple O hotel. 2 of the security men were shot dead. Where is Nwa Ocha and Odeshi, according to the news? This one comes with a question mark. The source reportedly said, Nigerians understand that Akwakoko's ease of abduction has stirred mixed reactions on his rumored strength, as many people are reported to flock to his mansion in Oba for anti-bullet charms and other money rituals. Now, when I don't open Abi, he don't build what he want to build now. So even if you come back now, no matter how much they collect from, he go still be rich man. He don't have connection already with the money he made from people from Okite. He has also posted several about how powerful he was. Akwakoko is said to have, in 2022, built and launched 2 hotels regarded as the biggest in Oba, where popular businessman Obinna Iwebu alias Obi Kubana hails from. Akwakoko Tiwaraki, abeg, disappear from that place. Lagos government not telling absolute truth about NSAS, according to this lawyer Ogunlana. The lead counsel for NSAS petitioners, Adeshina Ogunlana, has voiced his disagreement with the Lagos state government's stance on a leaked memo approving the mass burial of 103 NSAS victims. The memo, which surfaced on social media on Sunday, suggested that the state government had approved 61,285,000 for the mass burial of the 103 individuals identified as victims of the 2020 NSAS protest, causing significant public outcry. In response to the leaked memo, the Lagos state government clarified that those scheduled for the mass burial were not victims of the infamous Lekki tollgate shooting. Okay, if this one is not from infamous tollgate shooting, that means there is tollgate shooting, right? So where are they? Where are their dead bodies? Where are their corpses? Lagos state government. Sanwo-Olu, I ask you, and Agbado, with Seyi Tinubu, where is these people? The one that are being shot at the toll gate. Thank God you people say toll gate shooting. So where are those ones that are being shot there? Don't worry, very soon, when I go use on a hand, come out. Sebi, that Senator Bakachua, he don't use in itself, take gun and shoot in leg. Very soon, it will happen to all of you, one after the other. During an appearance on Channel Television, Sunrise, on Monday, Ogunlana criticized the state government's explanation, stating it was being clever by half. He said the government is being clever by half and they are not telling the absolute truth. Yes, I agree with the position that the 103 bodies were said, not all of them were picked up from the Lekki toll gate and its environs. To use the word pathologist used at the panel, that is a Professor Obafonwa, he said bodies were scavenged and corpses were picked from the different places, but around the area of Lekki toll gate, there were corpses too. Some of them were dumped at the General Hospital, Lagos Island, and all of that. For the government now to be saying, oh, no, there is no named citizens. The question I want to ask is this. Even the 103 corpses that they want to dispose of, do they have any names? There was no name as well. So, another here, the bodies that were taken around the environment of Lekki toll gate when Baba Fafunwa was speaking, he at least identified 3 that were perforated with missiles. People saying that 103 is proof that actually 103 people were killed at the Lekki toll gate is very grave error, and I will not join anybody saying that. But to say that there was nobody recovered in the environs of Lekki toll gate incident of 2020 is completely wrong, he said. Ogunlana asserted that government was attempting to profit from the cruel loss of lives by approaching or approving as much as over 60 million naira for the mass burial. 61, my dear, not 60. He added, even now the system of government that we have in Lagos State and by extension Nigeria is showing that they want to profit by cruel loss of lives. How could you say that you have approved 61 million naira to bury 103 degraded bodies in a mass grave, shallow grave, people that are unidentified, people that nobody came up to claim, and all that? I mean, that is horrendous, according to Ogunlana. I want to mention names. Oshomole accuses former lawmakers of looting televisions and carpets and chairs, and those former lawmakers are also APC. Call the names: Monkey Belegu, former Edo State Governor and Senator representing Edo North, Adam Oshomole, has expressed displeasure over the vandalization of National Assembly properties by former lawmakers. Nigeria report that Oshomole, during an interview on Channel Television Sunday Politics, accused the former lawmakers of looting office properties despite the presence of security men and women. According to the former national chairman of the All Progressive Congress (APC), the immediate past senators and House Representative members looted television sets, carpets, and chairs in Nigeria. He also said many of the lawmakers' offices were left in shambles with holes in the wall, stressing he had to pay to fix his office before using it. Somebody added that the vandalization also took place in the office vacated by the past principal officers of the National Assembly, whose names he will not mention. That means nobody looted anything. If you cannot mention names, nobody looted anything. That is how you people play this nonsense politics. Every time, I don't want to mention them, I don't want to mention names. He said, let me tell you one thing. The National Assembly is not talking about, and I don't know why those who have a duty to speak are not speaking about it. I was shocked by the level of vandalization of properties of the National Assembly. Televisions were carted away. Carpets were carted away. Senator chairs were carted away. And I had to use my money, and someone also decided to deliver to me a printer to give me a laptop to use in my office. I had to buy the carpet and pay the cost of fixing it. I had to pay some young people to clean the office to restore the new carpet. I had to pay to repaint my office. I will produce you the receipt. Get lost. Nobody need that. I can't understand why and how a Senate that sat on Saturday before we were inaugurated on the following Tuesday And that level of vandalization took place. And we have hundreds of security men and women in the National Assembly. Maybe those ones are the ones that looted it, and you're calling senators and whatever it is. I can never understand what happened. You find holes on the wall, even in the office of principal officers of the Senate, who I won't get to mention. Voila. People told me there are also the same level of vandalization in the House of Representatives, according to the monkey Oshomole. The Nigerian political class is hard of hearing. Obi Ezekwesili. Former Minister of Education Obiageli Ezekwesili has stated that the political class in the country is hard of hearing. Ezekwesili made the assertion amid the economic crisis in the country and effect of the hike in the pump price of fuel. Nigerians recall that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited (NNPC) had increased the pump price of petrol to about 617 naira per litre. This is coming shortly after the petrol price was increased to over 500 naira per litre following the removal of subsidy. This has led to economic hardship in the so-called Nigeria. Reports have also indicated that the gridlock often witnessed across Lagos metropolis reduced drastically in recent times, as most of the highways now witness free flow of traffic across the state. Speaking via Twitter amid the groanings from the citizenry, Obi Ezekwesili berated the political class for going on with their day-to-day activities despite the situation in the country. She wrote, the Nigerian political class is definitely hard of hearing. You cannot hear them. Your citizens are not in good place at this time and you somehow cannot see it. You are carrying on like all is well. Wisdom is profitable to direct. Get wisdom and all you're getting, get understanding as well. You all really need to understand how your citizens are feeling these days and adjust yourself accordingly. We work for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Asare Dokubo charges militant group in viral video. The Niger Delta militant leader Asare Dokubo has warned enemies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to stay away from him because anyone who plans his downfall has failed already. Nigerians gathered that Dokubo in a viral video said he and his gang of militants are working for the president and anyone seeking his downfall will be smashed. The Niger Delta militant leader, according to the Sahara reporters, was addressing his gang members of about 300 militants after his return from a pilgrimage to Mecca. Dokubo, who was brandishing his guns, spoke in pidgin English, saying, "Whatever the enemies are planning, they will fail. I am not a ghost. I just come Saudi Arabia. I just returned from Saudi Arabia. We are here. We work for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu and he will succeed. Anybody who is planning for him to fail, that person is already failed. We are not competing with anybody. We have never competed with anybody. It is turn by turn. It is Jagaban turn. So wait for your turn. If you do anyhow, you see anyhow." Onasiam, non-state actor, threatening people. The army and the navy intimidated the civil defense, who are by status the people who are supposed to guard these pipelines. So the main culprits are the army and the navy, and there are notorious naval commanders who are known to be kingpins of those bunkering activities. Even if they give 1 billion contracts to everybody in the Niger Delta, because these military men are armed from the army and the navy, nothing will happen. You opened, you take your leprosy hand to write. You don't have respect for the people who bought your father. It is each every Calabari man that is Calabari man. Do you know your roots that you talk to me? You don't know you don't know that people own this Calabari. You are law-abiding Igbos. I don't know them. I don't know where they came from. Because I know that if not for Britain's intervention, I will still be selling them the way my father sold them. Now look at your people in Igbo land. Look at how you are dying woto. You are talking. You will do video to sell that Alhaji has run away. According to Asare Dokubo, Alhaji Moshood Asare Dokubo, in a saner country, Asare Dokubo should be in prison by now. But who is arresting him? The power that be. No be them, and them they rule the country. Very soon this country will die, and everybody will do what? Everybody will go back home. As simple as that. That is my own consolation. And very soon this country will be no more, and everybody will answer the name of their father. The spirit of those murdered will continue to haunt this country. Sheikh Sani revisits NSAS massacre. And that is why the country can never be good. The country can never be good. A lot of innocent blood have been shed in this country, and they keep crying day by day. Former Kaduna Central lawmaker Sheikh Sani had lamented over the dear loss of lives that occurred during the NSAS protest. This is coming as the Lagos State government denied reports of conducting a mass burial for bodies recovered during the NSAS massacre. Recounting the unfortunate incident via Twitter, the former lawmaker stated that the spirit of those murdered during the incident will continue to haunt the country and hang over the skies. Nothing good is really coming to that country. Sani also claimed that in 2015, over 1,000 members belonging to an Islamic movement were murdered in Zaria under the orders of the former Chief of Army Staff, Tuku Buratai. He stated that the masses were encouraged to step on the bodies of the victims. What a word. Sani wrote, in 2015, over 1,000 members of the Islamic movement were massacred in Zaria on the orders of the then military Chief of Army Staff, publicly supported by the then governor of Kaduna State. The general public were encouraged through hateful propaganda to march and dance on the corpses of the victims and search for anything valuable in their pockets. The bullets rattled and charred remains of the victims, including women and children, were reportedly buried in mass graves in Kaduna State. Their offense was simply that they blocked the road against the army chief. Wow. The killings of the 103 NSAS protesters in Lagos is one of the highest atrocities of the Buhari era. The spirit of those murdered, whether for blocking the road in Zaria or blocking the Lekki toll gate, will continue to haunt this country and hang over its skies. That is terrible. Very, very terrible. Wait until you see Tinubu's list of ministerial nominees, according to Daniel Eboala of PDP. Daniel Eboala, a political aide to former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, has asked the Nigerians to wait till the list of ministerial nominees is released. You will shake your head. Nigerian report that the 5 days to the end of the 60 days constitutional window, the Senate is expected to receive the list of the present ministerial nominees this week. However, the silence over the ministerial list has generated concerns among Nigerians, and the names of the nominees will likely be unveiled by the Senate President Godswill Akpabio at the plenary this week. In a tweet via his Twitter handle on Sunday, Boala insinuated that the ministerial list will shock Nigerians. He wrote, "Wait until you see the list of the ministerial nominees. You will say, Hakuna Matata. Hem hem hem," according to Daniel Boala. Federal government investigate former AGF, that is Attorney General of the Federation, Malami, over 5 suspicious mega deals. Full list is below. Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration is set to probe former Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami, SAN. According to the cable, Malami will be questioned over at least 5 suspicious transactions during his time in office. So disclosed that the security agency will mandated to handle his interrogation anytime soon. 5 of the transactions under investigation are: number 1, the mysterious payment of $496 million to Global Steel Holdings Limited, GSHL, as settlement for the termination of the Ajokuta steel concession 9 years after the Indian company had waived all claims for compensation. Malami alleged agreed to $496 million compensation to Global Steel over Ajokuta steel plant despite the company having withdrawn claims for compensation in 2013. Number 2, his handling of the sale of assets worth billions of naira forfeited to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission by political exposed persons. Number 3, his role in the $419 million judgment debt awarded to consultants who claim to have facilitated the Paris Club reforms to the states. Number 4, the Saint agreement to pay Sunrise Power $200 million compensation in its dispute with the federal government over the Mambela Power Project. Number 5, the duplicated legal fees in the transfer of $321 million Abacha loot from Switzerland to Nigeria. And I asked, all these things, no one is in Naira. All of them is in millions of dollars. In millions of dollars. Nigeria. I don't finish. It was gathered that Abubakar Malami's name has cropped up in a number of questionable deals under the last administration. Last but not the least, Aisha Yusuf reacts as appeal court rules that INEC can decide how it transmits results. And I tell people that judiciary, the court, is the problem of Nigeria, not even the INEC. The INEC that even went to Chatham House and made promises that they are going to transmit the election results in real time. Till today, the complete result of the election, both the presidential election and the gubernatorial election, have not uploaded in the IRF portal of the INEC up to today. The Nigerian activist Aisha Yusuf reacted after the appeal court in Lagos State ruled that the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC can decide how it transmits election results. Nigerian report that the court ruled that the Electoral Act gave the INEC very wide discretionary powers to determine how it wants to terminate or transfer election results. The appeal court gave the verdict while dismissing a federal high court judgment compelling INEC to upload results of the governorship and state house of assembly elections from the polling unit directly to the result viewing portal, that is IRF, in a case filed by the Labour Party in Lagos State. The Labour Party and its governorship candidate, Badobe, Rose, Vibo, and 41 others had obtained the order of mandamus to allegedly compel INEC to obey the Electoral Act and its guidance for the conduct of the elections by transmitting election results electronically in a judgment delivered by Justice Peter Lifu of the Federal High Court, Lagos. Reacting to this, Yusuf admitted that the electoral law was very explicit to the power given to the INEC to determine how it transmits results. However, the major issue is the failure of INEC to follow through with a decision on how it had decided to transmit results. She tweeted, even the electoral law was explicit about that. The main issue is that when it decides on how to transmit, it must follow through on that very decision. And so shall it be. This is the word from Okute. Thanks be to newspaper. Anyway, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers. Now here we go take back our kaya and I go with the go. So please, I want to beg you people one more thing. Please, make sure that this video goes viral. Okay? It is very, very important and very, very, if not for any other thing, at least for the sake of that lawyer defending Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that his life is at risk. Please do this. Subscribe, like, share, and also comment. Very, very important. Until I come your way again, I still remain Okute Daily Talk, giving you this Monday afternoon broadcast. Have a nice day. Until I come your way again. Bye for now, my wonderful people. Kemesiano.